Yes, I am Black business. I am Black business. Tell me, are you Black business? I am Black business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. The world! Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black business.
Good morning, business owners, entrepreneurs, thought leaders, and corporations. Welcome to the Black Business Network. My name is Toseima Jiles. I am your business moderator for this morning on the Black Business Network. Now, the Black Business Network is a 24-hour business network showcasing Black businesses, business owners, entrepreneurs, and thought leaders worldwide. We have speakers from North Carolina, London, Singapore, Africa, Japan, and cities all over the United States. The Black Business Network is a global community sharing its business knowledge to empower, inspire, and educate businesses about business. I am your keynote speaker for the next 40 minutes. I'm so grateful to sit with you and just have a great conversation. Genius is common, and I will see you on the other side. I have a very unique set of skills that includes utilizing community engagement to expand the range of social media management and leverage TV promotions to help get the word out for the benefit of reciprocal needs within the business and community. I am a self-proclaimed performing arts junkie. Love it, love it, love it. I just coincidentally have worked with hundreds of companies, artists, kiddos, and as a business consultant, I traveled throughout the country within various communities, just speaking about domestic violence. I was lending my voice to MC and host events. I volunteered with, my favorite nonprofit organizations, which include Being Positioned. It's an organization that provides wonderful trips to people who have experienced rare genetic disorders. I am proud to be connected with Revved Up Kids. It's a nonprofit organization that focuses on educating young people about the dangers of sex trafficking and childhood sexual abuse. I also am grateful to be connected to the Georgia Harm Reduction Coalition, which focuses on providing over 65 different services for citizens who are experiencing homelessness. So my love for people and being inspired by the resilience of winners is truly what it's all about. I believe that our society spends a ton of time attempting to, prove worthiness and being good enough based on the world standards. And through my work, I set my sights on being greater every day. And I've dedicated over 30 years of my life to the arts, which is truly my first love. But let's dive into the nature of my actual background and how I can kind of lend my services to you. I am a community engagement specialist with a focus on social media management and TV promotions. And so when people often ask me what that's all about, it's easy for me to say, anything that we do in social media is always going to come back to community engagement, right? Because if we are not really good at engaging the community, if we are not really good at pouring in our best into the community will not believe us. We won't develop trust. We won't, there's a statement out there somewhere. I'm sure you guys have heard of it. The name of the author of this statement, this quote escapes me. It's that nobody cares how much you know unless they know how much you care, right? So we have an intentionality as business owners to make sure people know how much we care. Every single client that I've had the privilege of working with over the years, which are, it's clearly over 100 clients in the amount of time that I've spent in business. But each of those clients know that I am sold out for what their business needs. I understand that at the end of the day, business owners need to reach a bottom line. And with CAI Business Group, that is absolutely our focus. And so when you think about what social media management is, right? So when my clients come to me, they're thinking, well, I'm not sure I really know if I need social media management. Like, I know social media is really important. And I feel that I post and I put things out there. I'm not sure that I really need a social media manager. I'm just here to let you know it is a crucial aspect for businesses, organizations, and individuals. So let's just kind of dive into what it entails and how you can recognize when you need it. Because I think I'm finding that most business owners really feel like if they just post something, a couple of times a week, or they don't really have time to reply to comments and look at the analytics and do all of these different things. So then they maybe try to hire their cousin or their younger niece or nephew. You're great at social media. You guys post all the time. You can do this for me. And there takes a lot of experience and understanding the back room of social media in order to understand how to exceed one's expectation or desire for productivity in that area. If you want to reach a bottom line, you need to know all the moving parts. So let's just talk about what social media management is. It actually, obviously, is this housing ground. Like, if you think about cities, right? If we think about a city, each individual business represents a house within that city, right? And you want to go and visit the different homes in that city. So the city, let's just for the sake of this example, is the internet. And the internet, which is the city, is housing all of these small entities, these homes, right? These homes all represent the businesses. And if we want to go and find a particular location, we have to know how to get there. We have to know what's involved. Do we make a right here or do we make a left? Management, part of the management opportunity is that it allows you to know which way to turn to get to a particular home. In this case, we're helping your clients reach your home within the internet. And we do that in a number of different ways. But social media management itself just involves the ongoing process of creating, scheduling, and curating content across the social media platforms. Now, many people will recognize some of these key components, but do we understand what they do? And that's part of our goal, is educating our clients to make sure they understand exactly what's involved with the process. Now, there can be over, 25 different services that can be provided under a social media management umbrella. I think we provide about 26. But the key components include content strategy. So we're planning, creating engaging posts. It's not just about throwing something up there. Is it really engaging? Are people connecting to what you're sharing? the online reputation management, just monitoring and responding to comments, reviews, mentions. Because, of course, we want to make sure that your reputation is intact. If someone has something negative to say about your business, our goal is to be able to make that right. We want to provide customer service. We have to be able to communicate effectively, and all those things kind of take a step beyond what the educational background of maybe someone who's not familiar with the social media management brand. It is a brand, you guys. What we do is very specific. We also focus on community management, so building and nurturing relationships with your audience, right? So it's not just about saying, "Hey, you guys, that's great." Not We're going to go a step beyond that. We're going to interact with the community. The community begins to know your name. I have a client at a local Dunwoody location where as soon as I walk into that environment, people know who I am. They know what my responsibility is. They're looking to see what new events are happening. And that's in Dunwoody, Georgia. So I think sometimes when we think about community management, or even when we think about social media management, we're not making the connection that no, it's actually a person that's posting information. This is the person that's helping to carry the comments and all of the different things that are happening online. And this is the person who interacts with the audience. Paid social media strategy, right? So we're crafting and executing paid advertising campaigns. It's a lot of work. You have to know where to go, who to talk to, where to leverage that strategy. And it's a full component experience, you guys. It's not just a key component, it's a full component. Because with CAI Business Group, what we do is we categorize all the components, and our full strategy is about where we can go from here, where we are and where we can go from here. It also focuses on team development. So that's another key component. We're managing team members involved in social media tasks. So let's say you have all these different components. You have maybe one person that's helping with TikTok. Maybe you have another person that's helping with Instagram. And maybe you have another person that's helping with the community management. All of those key components, all of those entities need to work together. And I think that's something that a lot of business owners miss. What we do as managers is we go in and we look at the full brand of your business, and we collaborate that brand with the brand management entity, and we make it all make sense for the needs of your business. As someone who I have a double bachelor's in marketing and management, it's a double business degree. And when I think about what that represents for my clients, it's a really big deal, because you have to know business. You certainly have to know marketing. You have to know how to find the numbers. You have to know what the analytics means and what it represents. And I've taken the time to not only continue to grow in education. Our team is constantly seeking out certifications that help to expand our understanding about this ever changing brand. It's constantly growing, you guys. So we have a responsibility to stay on top of the latest information. Now, there are lots of signs that you need social media management. If you need to grow your audience, you need social media management. If you need brand consistency, you need a social media management consultant. Time constraints, and so forth, that's how you know you need some help. Complexity, right? Involving all the trends. You got the platforms, algorithms. You're trying to stay in line and keep things in perspective. If it's hard to do that, it's too complex for you, you need a social media manager. Reputation management. If you receive a lot of customer feedback and reviews online and you're managing your reputation is absolutely critical. This is critical for every business owner. I think people negate how valuable and how much weight a customer comment can be. This is hugely important. If you're finding that you're missing the comments, you're missing communicating, essentially you're missing engagement when you miss that. And then, of course, you can miss the opportunity to navigate your reputation in a positive direction. Okay. And of course, analytics and insights. If if you think about anything that you share on social media, the moment you share something is out there in the world, right? You shared it into this city and now it's all over the place. It has the ability to be accessed by anyone anywhere in the world. We need to know where, who, what, and why. We need to know those things. And analytics and insights can help us to understand your audience. So, those are the signs that you need social media: growing an artist, brand consistency, time restraints, complexity, reputation management, analytics, and insights. If any of those things are something that you need to grow in your business, you should be calling CAI Business Group at 770-765-7549. You should be visiting our website at caibusinessgroup.com because we focus on drawing the connection between community engagement, social media management, and TV promotions. That's what we do. And I think it's important that it be clear that whoever is helping to manage your social media should also be someone who is passionate about the community, right? Going back to the statement, nobody cares how much you know unless they know how much you care. In 2023, I was awarded the Greater North Fulton Chamber of Commerce Rising Star Award. And what was so honoring about that experience, which is now called the Bold Awards, by the way, congratulations to our winners for 2024. But within that kind of honor, it recognizes business owners. And something I still recall saying to the group of people that were in that room that day, I want to say we may have had 250 people. I recognize that everything that we do in business is for one another, right? Everything that we do to impact the world at large, we should take it very seriously. And within the social media management realm and what you are looking to do as business owners, our goal at CAI Business Group is to help elevate you and take your business into strong consideration, looking at the goals you want to accomplish and being as passionate about accomplishing your goals as we are about accomplishing our own goals in business. We're all in this together. When you fail, we fail. When you win, we win. That should be the attitude of any social media manager who's walking alongside you to help you reach your goals. Super important, you guys, super important. And when I think about also the benefits, audience engagement, it does foster personal connections with your audience. You build trust and loyalty. There's brand awareness. Now, everyone in the city knows where your house is. They know that your house is the tall house on the hill. They know that your house has the gray shingles on the side, or just whatever are the descriptive aspects of your business. Everyone in the city knows it. Awareness is all about having a well crafted content that increases your visibility, it increases your brand recognition, right? One of the most popular brands in our world is McDonald's. When you see the golden arches, boy, oh boy, they do not have a problem with brand awareness, right? Everyone knows the house that has the golden arches. And that's what social media management can help to do to benefit your brand, your house in this big, large city we call the internet. Lead generation. Effective social media strategies can drive leads and conversions, right? You want to bring in more people. If you have an effective strategy, it will bring in more people. It will bring in people and it will convert them into customers, right? So that's an important aspect of social media management. That's what we do. If you think about another benefit, which is crisis management, just having a plan in place that helps to handle negative situations promptly. So, if you have a situation where you have an irate customer and someone is upset, and then they need to tell the entire world about it, right? They've had an experience at your house and now they're telling the entire city. Okay. If someone is telling the entire city, you need to have a plan in place that will help to ease that concern, help to draw attention to the positive aspects of that concern, and hopefully help win over the customer who has the concern to begin with. Do you have things in place for crisis management? Social media management teams absolutely do. And of course, another benefit is to stay current. Remember, I shared with you a little earlier that CAI Business Group is diligently focused on staying current, right? It's about keeping ourselves informed about the cultural trends, consumer behavior. All that stuff takes research, you guys, because remember, social media management isn't just about posting, it's about creating meaningful interactions and achieving your goals at the same time. In my very humble opinion, you cannot have effective social media management if you do not have effective community engagement. So, people within the Greater North Fulton Chamber, which I love my chamber community, you guys, people know me as the whoop whoop lady. So anytime I talk about my business, I always introduce myself. Hey, you guys, my name is Toseima J. Can I get a whoop whoop? And everyone whoop whoops, right? What is that thing in your business? I really want you to think about that sets you apart from other people. There's always going to be someone who has a similar business goal, right? So if you have a whole goal of helping to grow your business entity. But what separates CAI Business Group from other entities is there will be at no other social media management option, no other social media management consulting firm will you find the whoop whoop lady, right? There's something that comes with that. People call me the connector because I know so many business owners. Most of my clients will call me and say, T, I'm having this issue. Do you know someone who can help me with this issue? 9 times out of 10, you guys, I am not even exaggerating. 9 times out of 10, I know someone who can help, or I know someone who can help. And that's important in terms of understanding the community, knowing who is involved in the community, knowing how the community moves in order to accomplish the task and the goals that we set. In most environments, um, especially newer businesses, right? When you first have that grand opening, everyone in America is at your house, right? It's almost like, I think a business grand opening is best described in this metaphor and this analogy I've been using throughout this presentation is like a home, what is it, a housewarming, that's what it's called, a housewarming um party, right? So your housewarming party in your home, you let everybody know, right? In that housewarming party, you have everyone coming to your home, everyone brings gifts. That's how it is when you first open your business, right? You have this line and everyone's there and everyone's celebrating with you. But as time goes on, right, less and less people visit your home. Less and less people are bringing gifts and finding their way to you to help celebrate what was once new. So part of the responsibility of someone who works in social media management, such as yours truly with CAI Business Group, part of what we do is we help to keep your home as new as possible. We hope to keep you in the grand opening stage for as long as possible. Because if we are able to do that, then we're able to create a consistent stream of people coming to your home, bringing gifts, which gifts in this case are profits. Okay. We're interested in people coming to your business and investing in your business and constantly celebrating what you're doing in the community. We have one client where we just focus on helping to create experiences for them, through events and things like that. We have another client where they're just focused on their events. They don't want to do any outside events. Then we have clients who are just focused on getting more leads. And we have some clients that are just focused on what leads they currently have and how to make those leads convert. We have, it runs the gamut. But with Toseima JTV, what we're able to do is help leverage any of our social media clients into that transition on television. And then, of course, that's a massive audience that we're looking to reach. We also love to collaborate with other smaller business owners like Bentley Media Group. We love you guys, Bentley Media Group, because they provide quality services that are based on video production, right? Because every business owner needs to have a quality video. So when you think about the role of a social media manager, it's not just about the community engagement, and it's even not just about the TV promotions for CAI Business Group. We are bridging the gap between the community and business owners. We are bridging the gap in some ways with the television network between arts and business, right? We are looking for ways to bridge that gap because the better we are at bridging that gap, the more opportunity exists for both entities. Okay. We just want to be able to help people grow in their businesses. And I just feel really honored that I get to do the kind of work every day that helps to grow businesses and help business owners reach their goals. Life as it exists for business owners. And within many of my public speaking environments, we talk about things like, diversity and inclusion. We talk about, domestic violence. We talk about, all of these different things that are affecting us in everyday life. Um, and just mentioning some of the things that are happening in our world, we want to be supportive of business owners right where they are. A lot of times in business, we stay above the fray, right? We focus on just staying above the fray in this regard is all about not stooping to the levels that allow us to be vulnerable about the things that are happening in our world, but they're still happening. So as social media managers, we have a responsibility to be professional at all times and still be able to acknowledge that there are things that are happening. And we have to constantly be looking at how those things that are happening has the ability to impact the business owners that we are honored to serve and work with. So there are just so many pieces to social media management. I love my children, right? I have an 18, a 19, and a 27-year-old that I helped raise into this world, right? But what I recognize is even though they are great at social media, because this is their generation, there's still other layers that they also have to be in order to be able to manage a social media for a business, because there are a lot more moving parts than just click and post. A lot of different moving parts. So I would like to ask you guys to consider something. Consider going to CAI Business Group. We have a wonderful opportunity there where you can get a free, I did say free, online business assessment. So your online presence is literally completely evaluated by our team. Okay. It means that we look at what's happening in your social media home. How is the city, how is the internet perceiving, engaging with, interacting with your home on social media, your business on social media? And what we do is we give you a full breakdown. We kind of give you a grade, kind of like a credit card, kind of like a report card where it's going to give you that letter where you just know, what do I need to work on? What's happening with my business? How am I being perceived? Those Google reviews, woo, 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 those Google reviews hurt a lot of businesses sometimes, because you can have a full grade, a four and a half, 5-star business going on. And then there's that one person who was having a bad day, right? And they came to visit your business. Or maybe something happened in that interaction that wasn't savory. And that person just had to get it off their chest, right? They're not thinking about how this affects your business for the rest of your business life. They're just thinking about that one particular moment. And I'll use this example. I had a client who transitioned from being a smoking entity to a non-smoking entity, right? So over the course of all of these years, of course, you have a lot that can happen, when you're in the smoking category. And then when you switch from being in the smoking category to the non-smoking category, and then your reviews from the smoking category are continuing to show up today. There is work to be done in social media management, you guys. Lots of work. So I'm encouraging you to go to CAIbusinessgroup.com, get your online presence report so that we could be able to help navigate you through your social media management experience from top to bottom, bottom to top. Hi, Andrea. Good to see you.
Hello, good to see you. So, I'm so excited to just learn and hear so much. I am sure that the audience would be more than ready to come on board with you because there is a lot to learn about social media management. And definitely, once you're doing something like that, it's best to always get a professional. So, how do the audience get hold of you?
Well, they will visit my website at CAIbusinessgroup.com. You can even give me a call. We answer the phone actually at 770-765-7549. You can follow us on any of the social media platforms. We're everywhere everyone wants to be at Toseima J or CAI Business Group. What a pleasure to be here. I
Absolutely.
really, really love what you guys are doing with Black Business Network, and it's just an honor to be able to share some valuable information to your viewers.
We couldn't do it without you either. So, thank you also.
Thank you.
Genius is coming, and I'll see you on the other side. The Black Business Expo's mission is to raise funds for high school seniors going to college or K to 12 entrepreneurs. This expo is a fundraiser for students. You may go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com to donate to the scholarship fund or use Cash App BBX USA. Our goal is to give laptops and up to $5,000 to 10 students. Students can register online at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com. Remember, every dollar counts. So, we want to remind you to donate to the scholarship fund. We want to thank our Black Business Expo USA sponsors for March 2024. NC100, Moody Capital Partners, Suede Soul, Lotus Riche Coaching and Training, Carolina, Virginia Minority Supplier Development Council, Step Management, 5 Star BDM Media, Barbara H. Smith, LLC, Margie McLean Foundation, Inc., Genius is Common, Hello, LLC, Earth Essentials, Milan Chennai Global, Executive Women's Success Institute, The Quality Coaching Company, Superwoman Business Services, Creative Force Studios, Lee Entertainment, Artistic App Design, Black Business Expo USA. Genius is common, and I'll see you on the other side.
I'm Ramon Ray, founder of Smart Hustle Magazine and smallbiztechnology.com.
You're here today to celebrate small business success. Stand up on your feet. You rocked the house. It was amazing. Didn't we learn? For me, success comes from failure. One thing not to do is shake somebody's hand like this.
Over the past few years, we've seen the growth of existing and new initiatives focused on financial inclusion, building global networks, and reducing the wealth gap in response to the idea there's not enough seats at the table. Whether their outcomes are to increase the representation of Black executives on corporate boards, ensure an inclusive global economy, or to create new U.S. African commercial pathways, the strategies are often carried out by separate programs. The question is, should they be? With the continent of Africa being home to more than half of the world's fastest growing economies, the youngest workforce, over 400 companies generating more than $1 billion annually, 700 generating more than $500 million annually that are poised for growth, and being the destination of nearly $5 billion in venture capital in 2021. Diversifying U.S. and Africa commercial engagement by building bridges between African businesses and their U.S. diaspora should begin being seen as mutually beneficial. From helping to reduce Africa's enormous capital gap to catalyzing two-way trade opportunities, the COVID-19 global pandemic hopefully has taught us that global challenges and opportunities are more interconnected than we thought. During the pandemic, African companies like Unicorn Flutterwave, insurance provider Reliance Health, ride-hailing app Yasir, and 54Gene, the continent's first bank of DNA on people of African descent, proved that when African companies have access to networks, capital, and information, they grow big, grow fast, and create solutions that are valuable to the world. This is why Be Direct was created. We are the first U.S.-based but African-centric board preparedness and board search company designed to connect U.S. Black talent and corporations to African businesses. Unique and fundamental to Be Direct's success is our process of helping board candidates adapt their experience and networks to an African context before they're connected to high-growth companies that are looking to locally and globally scale. From our focus groups with African business execs and government leaders, we don't ignore the sentiment that business is easy, but people are hard. Having a pool of board candidates with hard-to-access networks and extensive experience across the business life cycle, including successfully raising capital, is table stakes for an initiative like this. So yes, we have that. But corporate or entrepreneurial success in the U.S. does not guarantee success in Africa. Developed alongside industry partners on the continent, our training program, Be Direct Prep, is designed to transpose their experience to create cultural comfort, understanding, and a commitment to helping businesses in Africa scale. Our board governance sessions are African continental and country specific, integrated with cultural awareness and dexterity training, masterclasses led by African industry execs, and